Welcome to a new episode of Actors Are Born, the podcast that takes you on a journey to discover the stars of cinema. Today, we shine a spotlight on one of the most iconic and magnetic faces in Hollywood history, an actor whose mocking laugh and penetrating gaze have marked generations. We're talking about John Joseph Nicholson, the man who became synonymous with rebellion, genius, and versatility, the legendary Jack Nicholson. Born in Neptune City, New Jersey on April 22, 1937, Jack Nicholson's life was immediately shrouded in mystery and drama. Raised to believe his grandparents were his parents and his mother was his sister, Jack only discovered the truth many years later, thanks to a Time journalist. His father, in reality, had abandoned the family before his birth. This atypical childhood didn't prevent him from showing an early passion for cinema and theater. After graduating, he moved to Los Angeles with the dream of becoming an actor, starting with small roles and working behind the scenes at MGM. His early years were a succession of minor parts in low-budget horror films and independent productions, but his stage presence was already unmistakable. The breakthrough came in 1969 with the iconic American counterculture film Easy Rider. His role as the dissolute lawyer George Hanson, which earned him his first Oscar nomination, thrust him into the spotlight. It was the beginning of an uninterrupted series of masterful performances in the 70s, which established him as one of the most brilliant and sought-after actors. Among his masterpieces of this decade are Five Easy Pieces, 1970, The Last Detail, 1973, and The Unforgettable Chinatown, 1974, where his detective Jake Gitz perfectly embodies the disillusionment of the era. But it was with One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, 1975, that Jack Nicholson won his first Oscar for Best Actor, playing the rebellious Randall McMurphy, a character who rightfully entered cinema history. His ability to switch from moments of lucid madness to flashes of deep humanity made him an unparalleled actor. The 80s further solidified his legendary status. In 1983, he won his second Oscar, this time for Best Supporting Actor, for the hilarious and touching Terms of Endearment in the role of the eccentric ex-astronaut Garrett Breedlove. His chemistry with Shirley MacLaine was explosive. Then, in 1989, another iconic performance came that introduced him to a new generation, the Joker, in Tim Burton's Batman. His portrayal of the clown prince of crime was so disruptive and charismatic that it stole the scene from the protagonist and redefined the concept of a cinematic villain. Even in the new millennium, Nicholson never ceased to amaze. In 1997, he won his third Oscar, his second for Best Actor, for the misanthropic writer Melvin Udall in As Good as It Gets, a romantic comedy that showed his extraordinary ability to play complex and vulnerable roles. His collaborations with directors like Stanley Kubrick, The Shining, 1980, and Martin Scorsese, The Departed, 2006, produced some of the most intense and memorable pages in cinema. His gaze, his smile, his laugh, every element of his body language has become an integral part of his art. Away from the spotlight, Jack Nicholson has always been an eclectic and fascinating character. Known for his love of basketball and the Los Angeles Lakers, his private life has often been in the spotlight, full of relationships and loves, but he has always maintained an aura of mystery. He is a man who lives life intensely, bringing the same passion he puts into his characters into his daily existence. Thank you for listening to this episode of Actors Are Born. We look forward to another portrait. Thanks again.